So maybe just being able to do so is my #1 achievement. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Wow, that was some energy. But I'm really happy that you wanted to join me today, because today I am going to reflect upon my 2020 goals, resolutions, and how I did, and I'm going to share with you what my 2021 goals are going to be. Last year around New Year's I uploaded a video where I shared with you 20 things that I wanted to do in 2020, and now we're going to talk about how that went, because a lot of things changed. Okay, and I'm going to share with you the New Year's resolutions or goals. I don't know if they're resolutions as much as they're just very specific practical goals that I want to achieve, and writing things down has always helped me be more concise and organized, and it has always helped me achieve my goals in a more effective manner. To me, this system works so well, and you get to cross things off your list during the year, which is really satisfying always. My first goal was to take a bus to Berlin, and I did that already in January, so way before COVID was a thing in Europe that was really impacting everyone. I ended up going to Berlin Fashion Week in January, I think in the beginning of January, honestly. I ended up doing tons of food guides and vlogs and follow me around things from Berlin. It was great, and I got a lot of new friends as well. I ended up going to Berlin, which I'm really happy about. The second one is read all the Harry Potter books, and I also got to do that. I've never owned the Harry Potter books, and in 2019 I inherited the entire book series from a very, very dear friend of the family, and I'm so happy that I got to read her copies of Harry Potter. And I spent every time I was on a bus or a train getting to work, back and forth at lectures, I was reading Harry Potter on the train or the bus from Aalborg to Copenhagen constantly, and it was so great. It was so amazing, and I think I low-key cried in the bus at one point. So publish my book. I got to publish my book. My book was published in late August, and it's been an amazing autumn, winter with my book and seeing how it's evolving, and now I'm also translating it into English, so hopefully in 2021 we're going to see an English copy as well. I'm so excited, but I got to publish a book, which was, I think, one of the biggest goals I've ever achieved, and I still cannot believe it's real sometimes. Do a handstand! I'm doing, and I'm still doing, and I have done lots of exercises to sort of strengthen my shoulders and my arms, and I can do an okay handstand if I do it with the support of a wall or a door or something like that. But I really wanted, and that was what this was referring to be able to do a handstand like in a free space with nothing to support me. And I think what is holding me back at this point is like the mentality of it, like I'm super duper scared. So I didn't get to do that. I am trying, but I really don't like it. And honestly, I also think at this point it's okay that I can just do it up against a wall. I think that's also fine, because like the free handstand thing, it looks cool. I'm just afraid to break my neck, honestly, like I am. Get the green belt in Taekwondo. I got my green belt. I got my green belt, barely, I feel like, because I had my orange belt for the longest time because of COVID, because our dojang wasn't open. But I ended up getting it, I think, around September, and I was so ecstatic. It was really cool, and it's generally cool to advance in something like this. So yeah, green belt, yay! Make vegan sushi. I ended up making vegan sushi very early in the year 2020 as well. I have a recipe for it as well if you're interested in making it. It's not necessarily traditional per se, and I think every Japanese person probably just threw up in their mouths looking at what I call sushi. I know it's not correct in any sort of way, but it's the taste that matters, and it tastes so good. And I've never really been into sushi with fish, and I don't necessarily like, or have ever liked, raw fish, and it wasn't appealing to me. But vegan sushi is the bomb, and I make it with vegan nuggets inside, and I know it sounds awful. It's amazing, I promise. Check out the recipe. Paint a wall in my apartment. I did not get to paint a wall in my apartment. Instead, I moved. So now I'm not really sure if I want to paint a wall now. I think I will at some point. I think the idea is still really cool and I really want to do that. But I don't have a need to do it right now, simply because we just got settled and we still honestly have a couple of things in the basement to figure out where to put and stuff. So I think this painting a wall was me trying to express that I wanted change to happen around me, and I got that by moving as well. So host 5 dinner parties. I also did that. And I love hosting dinner parties and love cooking for people, especially if people are not vegan. And we have some friends who are vegan, and it's also cool to cook for them. But I also love cooking for non-vegans because it's just amazing to see what they think about the food. And they always seem to like the food that I make, so I'm very happy about that. But we have been hosting dinner parties with people that we already see on a daily basis and we see often. So no new people, like no COVID. No. Run 3 times around the park. I did that, and the day I did that, I sort of high-fived myself in the middle of the trail just because I thought it was so cool. I was so happy that I did that. I have a couple of fitness related goals because that's something that I really need to conceptualize for myself. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do anything. So it's really motivating for me to keep fitness related goals on here so I can feel like I'm constantly achieving and improving myself. Go on a road trip with Jens. And we have also done that. We went on a road trip this summer. We used his parents' car and we went to their cottage, and then we just went around the area a little bit, and it felt like a road trip. It's not the kind of road trip most people imagine, I guess, but it was so nice and was perfect for us. So in my book it counts. Maintain our indoor compost. First I did that, so I crossed it off, and then I moved, and now we're back to square one. But I have a new project that's coming up here in 2021 when we're going to do bokashi composting. I'm really excited about that. Do more style content. I feel like I did. I always feel like I can do more as a content creator, and it's really hard to not always feel guilty for not doing enough. But I wanted in 2020 to do more about sustainable fashion and to talk more about how to style thrifted things and to show more of the clothes I wear on a daily basis. Not that it is always super exciting, like today it's not very exciting, but sometimes I can pull off looks, like sometimes I feel like. And I also did get to take some more pictures of my outfits and to put a little bit more effort into something. So I'm really happy about that, but let me know if there are anything that you want to see in 2021, want to see more of that I could take into account. Take the bus to an unknown location. I think what I meant by this is simply just go to the Flixbus app and just pick a place I have no idea where it is and just go there. It's like in Europe. Obviously we didn't get to do that because of COVID. Be featured on television. I didn't get to do that, but instead I've done so much radio this year, especially long distance radio and stuff like that. Again, I guess because of COVID. But I've been doing quite a lot of radio and podcast appearances and stuff, which has also been amazing. Go see Ropjamile with Jens. This is a place that is close to where I grew up, and it's basically a desert in a place you wouldn't expect there to be a desert. It's really cool. It's very close to where I grew up, and I've never been, except for now that I have. We went there during lockdown because there were no people there, and it's out in open nature and stuff, so it's a perfect destination to go for a nice walk. And it was such a cool place, and it was beautiful, and I want to go back there when the weather is better. Go to a concert. Didn't get to do that either. Damn you, COVID. Hang proper clothing hooks in the hallway. Again, I got a new apartment instead, and there are already hooks in here, so we don't have to put up new ones. Great. So I didn't get to do it, but again, I moved instead, which I didn't expect to do. When I wrote this list, I knew that I wouldn't want to move in with Jens, and Jens wouldn't want to move in with me, and things just changed, which is really cool. But that also means that we have a video where we are talking about how we are not going to move in together, because that's just not us. What can you do? Become an independent business owner. I also did that. I think the book was my biggest achievement, but I think maybe being an independent business owner is an even bigger achievement. When I graduated uni, that was the one thing that I wanted to do, and I didn't know how well it was going to go, but in 2020 things have, even in spite of COVID, really taken off, and I'm so grateful every single day that I am able to do the things that I love to do like this. I love it so much, and I love doing YouTube, I love doing Instagram and content creating, and I love writing books and columns and attending workshops and hosting lectures, and all these things that I get to do and talk about sustainability and connect with people is just absolutely perfect for me. So maybe just being able to do so is my #1 achievement. Do 50 push-ups. I was able to do this. I had this challenge going with some workout friends where we did 50 push-ups separated around a day, and then we did that for 2 weeks, I think. A month? 2 weeks? And as time went by, I became better at doing them, and then I ended up doing them in one go. I don't think I can do it now though, like real talk. And host 5 family dinners. Because of COVID, we actually had to postpone some of our family meetings and our family dinners. My parents and my brother, they don't live far away, but like an hour and a half, something like that. But because we don't see each other every day, we also try to sort of keep a good distance during lockdown. So we had some Skype meetings and Skype drinks and stuff instead, which was nice. But we did get to have 4 family dinners before everything really went down. So that's nice. And that was my 2020 goals, and how they went. I think this was actually somewhat okay. Now for the 2021 goals. And I'll try to do this fast because otherwise we can be here for quite a long time. But we have, the first thing I want to do in 2021, or like my first goal, is having a picnic outside in like a nice natural area. I think that's something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I just never really gotten around to it, but now that I can tick it off, I feel like I'm going to be motivated to actually do it. Then we have finish decorating the kitchen and like moving the kitchen around, because hashtag aesthetics. This doesn't mean that I'm throwing anything away or anything like that. I just really want to find a good place for every single thing. Read a minimum of 5 books, which is also one of those things where it's easier to do it if you're motivated to. And I didn't get to read a lot of books in 2020, mostly because I was busy writing my own. But this year, yay! Then we have clean up the basement. Adult goals, yay! Find an English publisher. This is also related to my book, and finding out how exactly to publish it in English. Go on vacation. Yay! I just really want to go on vacation, you guys. Just please. And get the blue belt, which is the next belt in Taekwondo, and I hope I'll be able to get it this year. I think so. I'm doing okay, so. Play D&D 5 times, and then I have 5 small spots where I can tick them off to make sure that I actually do it 5 times. And I've really gotten into it this year. I think it was so fun to try out. This year I tried D&D for the first time, and it's not going to be my last. I think I've tried it around 5 times this year as well. So 5 times again, yay! Then we have swim naked in the sea. That's always cool. Reach 100k on YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I really think that could be super cool and awesome. Host 5 dinner parties again, because I love it. Go on a luxury spa vacation with Jens, and that is something that we really want to do. Go on a road trip is also on here again, because I got into drawing and painting and watercolor painting and stuff this year, and just I love it, and I do it instead of working. Go swimming at least 5 times, just generally in a public pool or in the ocean, whatever. But I really want to go swimming. I love swimming. I love it so much. Yes. Go on Interrail. This is something that should have happened in 2020. Now let's see if 2021 is our year. Then I have watch 4 movie franchises that I haven't watched yet. That can be any sort of movie franchise. I'm quite open to suggestions. Leave them down below. Be featured on television, because I want to talk more about sustainability, and I want you to look at my face while I do it, and not only this radio stuff, which is also okay. I sound ungrateful now. I'll try to stop myself. Hi, so apparently I can't count to 20. So here are the last goals that I want to achieve in 2021. Okay, bye. That was all my goals for 2020 and for 2021. Let me know if you liked this video. If you did, leave a comment down below and tell me what kind of resolutions / goals you have this year, and let's chat about it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and take really good care of yourselves. Until next time. Bye! Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green, zero-waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!